her favourite place in the whole wide world, which also happens to be my favourite place in the whole wide world. We are at my parents' house just for the long weekend. Say hi, Will. That's my parents' dog. Oh, I need to invest in like a selfie stick or something because holding you hurts my arms. So you've probably noticed I went and I've chopped a good chunk of my hair off because I did have blonde underneath it, and then I realised that I'm not a blonde, so I went back to brown, and so I think that was the last of what needed to grow out. It does seem like it's quite dark in this lighting, but it definitely doesn't look as dark as this in person. But basically what I wanted was, Brooklyn's doing a wee. I just wanted to do, so the colour I had for my wedding was just like the perfect brunette. And so my hairdresser has come up with the same brown that I got for the wedding, but we've just added a little bit of a warmer undertone because we did ashy. And now that I've learnt my season for my colours, I'm trying to run with it a little bit, although I am wearing grey and black today, so shh. But yeah, so we're up here. I'm working from here today and I'm just going to enjoy the weekend. Mum and Dad are sort of my first project with interior, like a full interior design. They are redoing their kitchen, so I'm just getting some before photos, which I'll put in here. And we are picking out tiles, so I've brought up some samples to look at. And we're going to go up to the shops tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow? Oh no. While I'm up here, we're going to go look at the shops. We're going to look at some more tiles just to make sure that the ones that she has looked at that I brought up, she's happy with. And what else? We're going to go look at tapware. But yeah, that is the plan for the next few days. I don't really have anything else to update you on, but this is our view. This is literally my favourite place in the whole wide world. So we got, it's just living. I can find Brooklyn. Oh, she is down at the fire pit. Brooklyn, what you doing? What are you doing? There's no doubt she'll come running up here with a palm prong. Every time she comes up here, she just gets or finds a palm prong and brings it up and just pulls it completely apart. I call it art on the grass. It does make me laugh though, because we come up here and it's her favourite place and she just wants to be outside, or really she wants to be in the pool, but that's not going to be until this afternoon because I don't want to dry her. I might give her a little swim at lunch or something, but we come up here and she wants to be outside the whole time, but you're not allowed to go inside. You've got to stay out there and watch her. Like clockwork. She's realised that I've come inside and she's coming in here to be like, what the heck? You need to come outside and watch me play. But yes, so it is a relaxing weekend, but a busy weekend. I'll show you some of the, for a walk. So excuse the mess. It's kind of like at that stage in the kitchen where you're like, there's no real point in, you know, moving things around or cleaning it up because it all needs to get packed away. So that is slowly happening, but this is essentially the kitchen. So it's been in the house for about 30 years. There isn't much storage, so something that's a challenge in this place is the ceilings aren't that high. Like I'm 169 centimeters and I can touch the roof, so I think they're about 220 from memory, and they're all cupboards. None of them actually close properly, but then there's not much storage. And then the other thing which I personally would never do in my house, but Mum doesn't like the fact that the oven is so low. So what we're going to do is on this side of the kitchen, this is all going to be built in. There's going to be a microwave space and an oven space up higher with storage below. So what they can do is, as they're getting older, they don't have to bend down to the oven. Then the other thing is they don't have, oh, hello, Will. They don't have a need to have such a massive pantry anymore, just with the two of them. So they are going to reduce that down to one door, so they'll have the space to build in the fridge and then have the oven and microwave. Can't remember if microwave and oven might go there and then the fridge is here. But yes, so then all of this is going to be built in. The dishwasher is going to move to over here. This is going to become all one shelf, so instead of one long cupboard here, it's going to end because Mum just really wants like a little tea station for the coffee machine and things like that. So that's going to be in that corner, and then there is still going to be a top cupboard that they'll be able to put the glasses, so they're not, oh, hello. Essentially, they're not losing any storage, they're just changing it around. So yeah, like I said, the dishwasher is going to go over here. And then this is all going to be built in along here. So originally, like when we were growing up as kids, these cupboards weren't here. Mum and Dad added them, I don't even know how long ago. But the other thing is they're going to be dwarfed cupboards because it is such a low ceiling. You can't have full height, and, you know, this kind of blocks what you can have underneath there and functionality. So I think they're going to be all in line with this here. I think that's about 700, and that'll be all built in, so the exhaust will be built in and it'll have more storage at the top. And then yeah, so they still have a few things on the bench, but it's all going to be drawers as well instead of cupboards. Just, you know, again, as they're getting older, they just want to be able to pull everything out and just grab it instead of having to get down and into it. I don't know if you can hear that, but there are cows. I don't know if you could heard that, but this cow is having a good old moo. And Brooklyn is going to suss it out. Hindsight's a funny thing, isn't it? Because I obviously grew up in this house and Mum and Dad have renovated it and changed things and constantly been doing things, and it's, when I lived here, I just could not wait to get out of the country. And at this point in my life, I still couldn't see myself living in the country. But it's funny because if Mum and Dad ever, like all of my brother's friends and my friends always say that if they could buy a house, it would be this house that Mum and Dad have in this spot, because it's just heaven. It's, you know, that little bit far enough out of town. But, you know, everything is so accessible now as well. So if you're wanting to go to Brisbane to the airport, it's 3.5 or 3 hours. And for other people, they're probably thinking that is ridiculous. But I think when you've grown up in the country, that's just nothing. You know, I drive 4 hours so that I can see Mum and Dad, and we'll come up to their house. And it's like, I'll do it and stay for a night and go back and have no issue with it. And, oh, I have to sneeze. This video is going to be so like jump here and jump there because I keep getting distracted. Oopsies. But I wanted to show you. These are, so this is what like a little snippet of similar, what is it? Bench top. And so we've been looking at tiles, and these are some that Mum really likes. So these are subway tiles that we're going to put vertically just to give the height into the room because it is so low. So what we're thinking is, I really like the bone, but Mum likes how this green, is it sage? Yeah, sage green just gives it a little bit of interest, just because if you just keep in mind the bench, the cupboards are going to be a matte white. So, and the floors that they've got are also like a real creamy colour. Do you like my slippers? Mum and Dad's house is so cold. Yes, so as I was saying, it will be a matte white cabinet. That will be the benches, and then, yeah, so the bone would look really nice, but I think that then it would be too same around the whole of the kitchen. So she really likes the green for that. But I'm kind of like lean in, do it all the same, because there's going to be things that break it up. So for example, the window trims are going to stay wooden. They're not like, the windows are going to be repainted so that they're a crisp white, and the walls are going to be repainted too, because I don't know when the last time these were painted. So that's going to be updated. So it's all going to look really fresh, and I think that if all of this just going to make it feel really bright and bigger than it actually is. Whereas this one, I think it would still look really nice. And the thing is, it's just ever so slightly green, so it's not going to be anything that's in your face. But the only thing is, they don't have anything green in the house. You know, everything is very wooden and warm, like burgundies and things like that. So I think it would stand out like a sore thumb, unless they're going to add it somewhere else into the house. Look at this. Want to go outside? Come on. I won't go and play unless I go out as well. But I actually love perspective drawings. It's just something very therapeutic. And then abstract lights. I didn't choose the easiest thing. The underneath is my outline for the measurements. So I'm just drawing in the furniture as is now. So that is what I'm doing today. It's kind of funny because I, as a kid, used to draw floor plans all the time. So now that I'm actually drawing the detailed drawings, it's kind of therapeutic. Like, I could sit here and do it all day, but unfortunately that's not the way the world works, and I have to make money and have a job and do those things. So for now, while I'm studying, I'm just going to enjoy the process. I really need to get like a selfie stick or a different kind of camera, because holding on to this is not working.